only fans. Kauna nipenda to my fare in advance. Penye mefika no romance with no finance. Only fans, yeah, yeah, only fans. Penye mefika na fungua only fans. Kauna nipenda to my fare in advance. Penye mefika no romance with no finance. Only fans, yeah, yeah.
Hello, ladies blowing up my phone. Aki bien, you are so bomb. Wakituma fare twakuja kwako. Oh yo, steady grinding all night long. Nasikuji kasi form ya door. Itabidi ukanje ndo tupige show. Ukisikia sauti solo jue ni kubaya. Hii muziki ya Kenya twaipeleka Ulaya. Na temperature inapanda warazi wanakwaya. Tutashinda magrami before tumeretire. Me say only fans. Walimefika na tambua only fans. Kanika kitu mutumia only fans. Walimefika nafanyia only fans. Only fans, yeah, yeah, only fans. Walimefika na tambua only fans. Kanika kitu mutumia only fans. Walimefika mutambua only fans. Only fans, yeah, yeah.
Kwa majina ni yani
Nakujua.
uongo, tumezoea uongo ndogo, kila siku tunabebwa ndogo, polisi wanakula hongo, mbunge wetu pia ni muongo, pale kwa bunge tunaona mambo, wananchi tunabebwa ndogo, mbunge wetu tulimpa kura, kumbe nia yake ni kukula, gharama ya maisha imepanda, sukari imepanda, mafuta imepanda, hata nduthi siezi panda, sembe siezi manga, maisha iwezi pamba, sanitary pads zimepanda, warembo wetu wako kwa blanda, sauti ya wanyonge, serikali sikia, sauti ya wanyonge, wananchi wanalia, sauti ya wanyonge, serikali sikia, sauti ya wanyonge, wananchi wanalia, mambo ya vijana kukosa ajira, tumekataa tutaki, mambo ya uongo kutuona wajinga, tumekataa tutaki, tunakuajiri alafu naringa, tumekataa tutaki, kukopa madeni na tuoni maendeleo, tumekataa tutaki, tumekataa, tumekataa tutaki, tumekataa, tumekataa tutaki, mbunge wetu tulimpa kura, kumbe nia yake ni kukula, unga imepanda, fare imepanda, tax imepanda, hata matatu siwezi panda, breakfast siwezi manga, jumkate imepanda, sherehe haiwezi pamba, jubei ya pombe pia ni blanda, sauti ya wanyonge, serikali sikia, sauti ya wanyonge, wananchi wanalia, sauti ya wanyonge, serikali sikia, sauti ya wanyonge, wananchi wanalia.
Pawa Radio. Tune in and Power up. Classic music.
Nobody loves you the way that I do. Nobody can love you the way that I do, yeah. Maybe nobody loves me the way that you do. Nobody can love you the way that I do.
Ukisikia nafunga ndoa, marry you. Menisafisha madoa, niko wingu la blue. I'm gonna stick with you for wherever I'm coming through. Mambo yakienda mbaya, I'm gonna keep you cool. Kama ulisafa sahau, karibu sapa. Kwa bahati nzuri mapenzi yanaishi hapa. Sikio umenipata, sina matata. Jisifie wakapendeza, takwa cash mkononi kwenye mahitaji. Takupenda moyoni nikupe nafasi. Takwa rambo rindoni vita maji maji. Sitokutenda kutenga, sitokujaji.
Naomba sana, naomba dua, nisije zingua. Nobody wanasema sana, wataongea, wazidi umbea. But nobody. Oh, and I know, you're the one for my heart and soul. Nobody can love me the way that you do. Nobody can love me the way that you do.
Nobody love me the way that you do. Nobody can love you better than I do. Nobody shows me the way that you do. Nobody do me the thing that you do. Maujanja, nampa, mauninja kumfu. Anaruka, nainuka, nanguka pu. Ananipa winja, ware tu. Honey, sugar, ginger, my boo. Sauti akiongea tu mashallah, mashallah. Mguu akitembea mwendo billions. Dala kama kajiongezea shit, bala. Kajipendelea mpaka kara. Sauti akiongea tu mashallah, mashallah. Mguu akitembea mwendo billions. Dala akikusogelea bala. Sasa akikuchekea du.
Naomba sana, naomba dua, nisije zingua. Nobody. Watasema sana, wataongea, wazidi umbea. But nobody. Oh, and I know, you're the one for my heart and soul. Nobody can love me the way that you do. Nobody can love me the way that you do. Nobody love me the way that you do. Nobody can love you better than I do.
Nobody love me the way that you do. Nobody can love you better than I do.
Nobody loves you the way that I do. Nobody can love you the way that I do.
Power Radio. Tune in and power up.
Nobody by BN, and it's playing right here on Power Radio. You are listening to Power Radio on this very beautiful Friday morning. Well, is it beautiful? It is beautiful, but it's very chilly. I am really quite freezing in the studio here, but you know what? No worries, because I will keep you company. I hope we'll keep you warm. We cruise all the way from 8 a.m. till 10 a.m. on the Power Morning Drive Show. This is Power Radio. Remember, you can get in touch with us on our social media platforms. We are across Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X at Power Radio, and also this live broadcast. You can catch us on YouTube. If you have not yet subscribed, kindly do so at Power Radio, and also on our on our website. We are live streaming at www.power254.org/Power Radio. You know the drill. We get into some music, and then I come back and give you the traffic updates as we also get into the day's news roundup. All right? That sounds like a plan? That definitely sounds like a plan. This is Power Radio.
Power Radio. Tune in and power up.
Producer Chrome. when niambie, ebu decide, it's not your time, hiyo widha. When niambie, ebu decide, it's not your time, hiyo widha. Unadhani bila wewe tuwezi ishi? News flash, tutaishi fiti, tutakusahau kama kamisi, na memory tutoe kwa akili. Una behave ni kawe tuko na option, pia sisi, hiyo ni caution. Kasi huruma singekuwa na wewe, usipo change itabidi nitembeze. Last chance, ati last chance, last chance tuliacha last year. Hiyo ndio ufalamista kikusikia, usipo change, kanyanga. When niambie, ebu decide, it's not your time, hiyo widha. When niambie, ebu decide, it's not your time, hiyo widha. We decide, kauta change, it's not your time, hiyo widha. When niambie, ebu decide, it's not your time. Unani threat, utaniacha, si uniache. Unatu threat, utaacha kazi, si uache. Unadhani tunajali, ujinga ni kudhani bila wewe hatutasonga, tunasonga. Ujinga ni kudhani bila wewe hatutaomoka, tunaomoka. We ni dam, dididididam, you're so dumb. Hii dunia si yako pekee, you're so dumb. Utashtuka kama unangoja nikufuate, usipo change kila mtu njia yake. We niambie, ebu decide, it's not your time, hiyo widha. We niambie, ebu decide, it's not your time, hiyo widha. We decide, kauta change, it's not your time, hiyo widha. We niambie, ebu decide, it's not your time.
Hate to bring this back up again. I wish that I was feeling different. I can't pretend, I might need more medicine. It's getting worse for the poison sitting in. Out of my mind, cause you told me you love me, I'm waiting to prove. You tipped the scales when you didn't wanna lose it. Thought you knew cause you thought I was guarded. Planting the seeds, but I'm watering the garden. I don't wanna believe we said goodbye. At least I gave it a try. Cause I notice I'm afraid to be on my own. I know that it's better than pretending that you're still home. You become a stranger, don't need to stay for nothing. That's me being honest. You got a taste of my loving, and I got it back. And I remember, yeah, I remember. How could you defend it? Make me a contender, yeah. Even worse is I know that I know better. It's crazy how I lost my way, yeah. Ain't call on a page, start a different chapter. Write out my happy ever after. I'm more than, but more than yeah, yeah. Oh, I can't believe we said goodbye. Power Radio. Tune in and power up.
Papa Fololo, the king of Kapungala. Kapungala Ngala. Maneno za umbea na fitina zote mina tupa nyuma. Hata tembo na sigara kubwa zote mina tupa nyuma. Kusema sema na kutia tumbi zote mina tupa nyuma. Kukuna mlubula na kutoa pia mina tupa nyuma. Nipate mimi nikimfuata Yesu. Nipate mimi nikimfuata Yesu. Oneni tukisofu nikimfuata Yesu. Nipate mimi nikimfuata Yesu. Fuata nyayo zangu nikimfuata Yesu. Nipate mimi nikimfuata Yesu. Nipate mimi nikimfuata Yesu. Nipate mimi nikimfuata. Yuni na kutia tope zote mina tupa nyuma. Hata kuna na kukata waya zote mina tupa nyuma. Kunoga noga na kudona dona zote mina tupa nyuma. Ulevi mina tupa nyuma. Nikimfuata Yesu. Nipate mimi nikimfuata Yesu. Oneni tukisofu nikimfuata Yesu. Nipate mimi nikimfuata Yesu. Fuata nyayo zangu nikimfuata Yesu. Nipate mimi nikimfuata Yesu. Nipate mimi nikimfuata Yesu. Nipate mimi nikimfuata. Ninapenda watoto, ninapenda kuimba, ninapenda kuenda chat na kuomba ndimi nitakatakata. Ninapenda kumtoa, ninapenda kusifu, ninapenda kuenda chat na kuomba ndimi nitakatakata.
Power Radio. Tune in and power up.
Daddy Omen there with System Yakapungala, and it's playing right here on Power Radio. This is the Power Morning Drive Show. I'm your host, Anne Wanyoike, and now let's get into some traffic updates. We start off with Valley Road. Valley Road, things are moving, but we get a little bit of a snarl up from as you head towards All Saints Cathedral, right into Uhuru Highway. Where is this? We have Ngong Road. Ngong Road from Prestige Junction Mall. Actually, things are looking a little bit good, but as you head towards Prestige Mall, we get a little bit of a snarl up inbound that goes all the way towards the Kenyatta roundabout. Let's see, where is this? Thika Road. We have things are painted red from Survey, just right after KCA University as you make your way towards Parklands. No, not Parklands, Pangani. And then things start opening up right after that. On Lower Kabete Road, right from ABC Place, we can see that there's just a little bit of a snarl up. But as you head on the other side from Westgate Shopping Mall, on that area of Movenpick Hotel and Residences, as you head towards Nairobi, the National Museum, we get things a little bit clearer. It only opens up after you get into Globe Cinema. We also have a little bit of a snarl up from where is this? All the way Kiambu Road. Yes, Kiambu Road. As you go towards the DCI, as you head towards the golf course at Muthaiga, there is a little bit of a snarl up there as you go into the Pangani Close interchange, and then things get going from that point going forward. Peponi Road, there's a little bit of a snarl up from Chez Sonia restaurant. As you go towards Spice Lounge, it's code red, and then things become a little bit slowy from there to about time, and then things open up after the intersection of Westgate Shopping Mall at the end of the Peponi Road entrance. The Nairobi Wanyoike Way is a little bit of it's so crazy today. I can see that only at where is this? Things are clear from KFC Wanyoike Way going all the way till Safaricom House, but it becomes crazier just right after the All Africa Conference of Churches area, down towards, as you head towards the, where is this? As you head towards the Westlands, the mall. Yes, things become a little bit crazier from that. But in case of any accidents or incidents, you can get in touch with us. We are on across all social media handles, and we will be sure that to let our audiences knowing of what is happening on that front. But now let's get into the day's news. A lot has been happening as always, and we start off with the Daily News. The Daily Nation newspaper. The cover page has a story there. The Gen Z effect and scramble for cabinet is a story that has been highlighted on the page 4 of the. Actually, this is the Standard of the Standard. So. There's a story here. The scramble for cabinet gathers pace as Azimio leaders disagree. Now, the political class is already fighting internal wars, jostling for cabinet positions, even as the Gen Z and the church push for the appointment of professional and apolitical individuals. The push by Kenyans has been to end the practice of dishing out CS positions as rewards to political cronies. Multiple sources, however, have revealed to the Standard newspaper that President William Ruto has dangled 7 slots to the Azimio coalition to be shared by sister parties within the coalition. ODM is reportedly demanding 4 out of the 7, with the remaining 3 to be shared between Wiper, Jubilee, and the Democratic Action Party. Now, to get into the the little breakdown of what this scramble for the for the cabinet would look like. One, we have three factions of what different groups of people are demanding. Number one, the Gen Z want in the new cabinet, what they want from this cabinet is one, accountability. What kind of people will be elected into these positions? Are they people that come in that you can trace? If it is, for example, financial records of the ministries that they head, is it someone that you can call into a public forum, and they give you the breakdown of not just the money, but how is the money being spent, how is the progress of various projects happening within their ministry. So those are some of the demands that the Gen Z want. Then they also want somebody who who has integrity. They also said that demand number 3 is professionalism, and number 4, apolitical. They are tired of politicians scooping top positions in the government, and why this could be a good thing in a sense is that to be able for them to, one, focus on the ministries that they had. Remember, I was talking about this last week when the president was very frustrated when he called his cabinet on their audit last August, and he was frustrated because they were they were not very available for the meetings in-house because of a lot of political events happening outside the country that they needed to be a part of and stuff like that. So the Gen Zs want the new cabinet members to be completely out of the political sphere. They don't want anybody who has vested interest as well, which politics come with vested interest as well. And so those are some of the 4 things that the Gen Z faction wants. And then we have the second group, which is the church. The church wants this following. They want incorruptible people, and I don't know where to get those incorruptible people. I do not know. I'm very skeptical. I'm very skeptical. I beg your pardon, of the kind of people that we have. We tend to give this, positions. I don't know anyone that is incorruptible, to be honest. But that's what the church is demanding. Then they also want a positive attitude and behavior towards people. Of course, it's the church that they would say this because the church's first job is to ensure that people and the soul of the people is taken care of, and so everything around the church, including its philosophies, has to be people first, and then every other thing comes second. And then they want somebody who is selfless. Also, I would love a proper definition of what selflessness is, and when it comes to public office, how achievable and attainable is this? But again, that's just what the church wants. And then number 4, apolitical as well. I think across the board, it seems as if there's a paranoia, like a massive paranoia when it comes to political, activity in this country. Politicians really don't have a good rapport when it comes to the public. The public does not necessarily trust the politicians or the political class, whether it is to do with the implementation of their manifesto, whether it is to hold themselves accountable to the manifestos that they come and met out to the public, whether it's even things to do with representing the interest of the public, So yeah, that's something that I know that we will definitely be seeing a lot in the future of those that demand for a change in the leadership of the country. Yeah, so that's what the church wants. And then we also have politicians who also want something in the cabinet. You would think that not, but yes, there's politicians who want the following. They want people who bring about national unity. And they also want people that are appointees from political formations, which this is definitely something that is against the two groups aforementioned. That's the Gen Z and the church. And then they also want eloquence to communicate government programs to the electorate. Wow. That also made to the chart. It made it to the chart. Eloquence, yeah? And finally, they want competence. I want to talk about this eloquence demand, yeah? You can be eloquent, but also you're eloquent as saying nothing, So I don't think I mean it's good. It's always a good thing to have leaders who can articulate the things that they are working on, but if it's not the main point, that's what I'm saying. But yeah, so you can grab your copy of the Standard on page 4 to get the full scoop of that story as well. But something interesting here is that Azimio is withdrawing from the so-called dialogues, and the paper continues to say that while the political class continues to plot the strategies for political appointments into the cabinet, a move political strategists have associated with delays in naming the cabinet, the church and Gen Z are opposed to awarding political cronies and want Ruto to go for professionals. National Council of Churches of Kenya General Secretary Canon Rev Chris Kenyanjui objected to any form of a broad-based government, saying it was not on the list of demands by Gen Z, wondering whether the president had listened to the aspirations of the youth. So interesting how that will play out. But all in all, you can grab your copy of the Standard and get that story on page 4. Let's get into some music. When I come back, we continue with the day's news updates and what has been making the headlines both locally and internationally. This is Power Radio.
Power Radio. Tune in and power up.
kusave na love emoji into your official name. PDA bila woga, your license ni bet. I'll buy some boxes you can share with me. Wache kuvisit tuishi nami. Kifungu mkutole kopi usizubae kwa gate. Vitungu tutone ngozi uchi ujionyeshe. Si Valentine's ni kweke akas pale kwa TV. That's my only way and it must be me. Kesho yetu sifananishe na jana. Lamina reli hazitoshani upana. Uchumi mbaya but I'll spend my 2 days with you. Leo wiko na guarantee. Takwita wangu kabla uitwe na Maulana. You're my rose but I'll still give you your flowers. Takupenda sahi na kasi sahi. Ni sasa hivi. Takwita wangu kabla uitwe na Maulana. You're my rose but I'll still give you your flowers. Takupenda sahi na kasi sahi. Ni sasa hivi. Sasa hivi. Sasa hivi. Sasa hivi. Takupenda sahi.
Ukipigana na dunia, I'll be fighting by your side. I'll carry your name. My love is strong enough. Now meaning with your weaknesses, open up. I'm on your team, not against you. I'll cook your favorite meal. Ukule ulambe sahani. Yakimwagika tapanguza usijali. Lazima nikuzalie watu wenu wanijue. Hiyo neza guarantee. Kesho yetu sifananishe na jana. Lamina reli hazitoshani upana. Uchumi mbaya but I'll spend my 2 days with you. Leo iko na guarantee. Takwita wangu kabla uitwe na Maulana. You're my rose but I'll still give you your flowers. Nitakupenda sahi na kasi sahi. Ni sasa hivi. Takwita wangu kabla uitwe na Maulana. You're my rose but I still give you your flowers. Nitakupenda sahi na kasi sahi. Ni sasa hivi.
Takupenda sasa hivi. I'll give you your flowers.
Spendi your favorite artist but nakupenda nta compromise. Klabu date ya smocha umind vile baga sifiki price. Kona movie kwa lapini intimate, hatuwezi shikana kwa theater. Ni kuandalie candlelit dinner, tokens kidogo vile mita inateta. Kuna tisho flani nimebuy baggies, tuone vile itakuvaa. Ati games gani hapa labda kadi, I'll never play with your heart. Twende house hunting, tupange nyumba bila intentions za kukaa. Neza kopa gari, twende nao na nyuki but hiyo ni trip ya njaa. Ugumu wa mkate ushia kwa chai, twende kibanda. Yetu ni simu iko kwa moto, chaji nenda ikipanda. Broti maguta, you're my fatal kiwanja. Ukipotea nitakutafuta, I'm one half, you're the other.
Pawa Radio. Tune in and power up.
All right, welcome back to Power Morning Drive Show on Power Radio, and we are still continuing with our day's headlines or things that are making the news. So, the Media Owners Association has condemned attacks on journalists covering the Gen Z-led protest and political gatherings. And they issued a statement, and I quote, "We are deeply concerned by the incidents of the violence and intimidation and obstruction of media professionals as they carry out their rightful duty to report on these significant public events." So yeah, the Media Owners Association is not really happy. And actually this shall form the basis of our conversation today. We shall be talking about press freedom in Kenya, and especially in the past 1 month amid this protest. We shall be looking at what in terms of press freedom, what have been the challenges, how has it been, and what can be done to ensure that we are cruising and moving steadily to protect and uphold their rights in the line of duty. Yeah, but we also have something interesting now on the international news. President William Ruto has congratulated the freshly re-elected Rwandan President Paul Kagame, who has been serving as president for 4 terms now, and all of them have been landslide victories. This time around, he was able to scoop 7 million votes, and he was representing a 99.15% of the total votes of that. He was able to scoop 99% of the total votes from that just concluded elections in Rwanda there. All right, let's move on. On the Standard newspaper, on page 11, we have a story here that Gen Z push for forces SRC to freeze pay hikes for all civil servants. Now, the Salaries and Remuneration Commission has frozen salary hikes for all government employees following anti-government protests that forced President William Ruto to withdraw the Finance Bill 2024 and institute austerity measures. This comes weeks after SRC did away with recommendations to increase salaries of state officers, which include cabinet secretaries, MPs, governors, MCAs, and other holders of offices listed under Article 260 of the Kenyan Constitution. The commission bowed to pressure following public uproar and froze the increase for all state officers, in addition to the public protest pushing for more accountability in use of public funds. The pressure also came from a section of government employees, including some MPs, who, reading the country's mood, said they would reject the pay hike. Alrighty. We also have something here. A story about what's this? Some university students risk missing help, which is a story here on the education front on page 12, that the Standard states that about 153,292 students set to join university beginning September this year risk missing out on admission following budget cuts and underfunding of the HELB loan. That's the Higher Education Loans Board, and the universities fund by the Treasury. The students who had already been placed to respective university through the Kenya Universities and College Central Placement Service are now starting at a crisis after the HELB allocation for the 2024-2025 financial year was slashed by 710 million Kenya shillings, while the university's fund was reduced by 2.6 billion shillings. You can grab your copy of the Standard and get that full story right there on the Standard. Now, let's move to the Daily Nation. There's a story here about Elaine Cherotich, who is a 22-year-old Rift Valley Institute of Science and Technology student that was found dead in Nakuru on Sunday after a night out with friends, died of a severe head injury. A postmortem report has revealed. The full story is on page 3 of the Daily Nation. You can get your copy and read more about that. IPOA launches probe into shooting of journalists. The Independent Policing Oversight Authority has taken over investigations into the shooting of Media Max journalist Catherine Wanyoike by police during anti-government protests. Wanyoike was shot 3 times on Tuesday while covering the protest along Kenyatta Avenue in Nakuru City. She was rushed to Valley Hospital and later transferred to the PGH Annex. On Wednesday, journalists peacefully marched through the city center to the Central Police Station to demand justice for Wanyoike. The journalists, who turned out in large numbers, were initially denied access to the station but were later allowed in when County Police Commander Samuel Ndanyi, accompanied by other security officials, intervened. Armed police officers had manned the gate to the police station to prevent the protesting journalists from entering, led by Mr. Joseph Openda, the chairperson of the Nakuru Journalists Association. The scribes said they would not relent until Miss Wanyoike gets justice, and that is going to be forming the basis of our discussion for today. We are looking at press freedom, especially in times of the protests that we've just witnessed in Kenya, but also just generally press freedom, especially in times of political uproar and sort of revolution and crisis as well. There's also a story here on a big win for Kenyan police in fierce battle for port with Haiti gangsters. As you might know or maybe not, we have Kenyan police officers that were deployed to Haiti for a mission, and their local partners have regained control of the port that has been in gangs' hands for the past 5 months. The officers who are operating under the I don't know what that word is, on Wednesday, recaptured the port, the national port, which fell to the gangs on March 6th. The port is located within Port-au-Prince, the Haitian capital. Speaking exclusively to the nation yesterday, the MSS mission commander Godfrey Otunge said the gangs were defeated after a fierce gunfight. So when they took over the port operations, the gangs barred food, medical, and other supplies, including humanitarian relief, from entering the troubled Caribbean nation. So you can get that story on the page 2 of the Daily Nation. And that brings us to a close on our local and international news roundup. Let's get into some music, and at the top of the hour, we start off with our discussion for today. Today, we shall be looking at press freedom in times of political unrest, in time of protests, specifically to Kenya, and what are some of the things that we need to look at when it comes to upholding the rights of the press professionals, or rather the media. This is Pawa Radio.
Pawa Radio. Tune in and power up.
Yes, you have to flip it. Trying to be a shatter, boss. Okay. Mina be a shatter, close in tighter, flow so tight, ass press cantata, young in pala, ass like Prada, na kama wezi shikanisha basi weni fala, basi weni fala, mina enda pale kila kitu dola, President Moi Kibaki wanahola, naonesha kidole, pole, tubo kubwa kama Rick Ross, pesa zetu munafanyia what, kazi kwa vijana, pesa kwa maboss, wacha kuwa floss, ati wasanii wata get ganji 2030, nitakuwa 54 made under that, yes, bere tamo huko ashati ya kaki, check karatasi, kareke, yeah, kareke, mini STL, the bigger, the better, IMC me on the mic come tester. Hii biashara ni ka M-Pesa. Wesen, utarisive. Na ka usend, sikuski. Biashara ne, biashara. Ukinyona hawe niye dige hara. Ukinyona hawe niye dige hara. Ukinyona hawe niye dige hara. Biashara ne, biashara. Biashara ne, biashara. Biashara ne, biashara. Ukinyona hawe niye dige hara.
Biashara niko busy na mziki ndo wanigwizi. Na flongine maji utadhani gidi. In other words niko tena jaba. Juu nilisikia pia kukula main swag. From the business land, Nairobi to be specific. Crew get popos, not changa illicit. River Road baby, that's where you gonna find me. I be getting my money fast, calling people hadharani. Niko na M-Pesa cooperative, niko na equity. Pesa ni mingi nimevisha so many na publicity. Paparazzi piga mapicha then tuzione BBC. Dashika mamita busy mejipa juu nimesign na DTP. Be a shower baby, what it do Miss Stella? I'm the man with the power so I make you feel like Cinderella. And I'm making the shower so hope you got your umbrellas. Always be a shower baby Stella, go ahead and tell him.
Biashara ne, biashara. Ukinyona hawe niye dige hara. Ukinyona hawe niye dige hara. Ukinyona hawe niye dige hara. Biashara ne, biashara. Biashara ne, biashara. Biashara ne, biashara. Ukinyona hawe niye dige hara.
Nikiwa na STL suna geography walikali. Jumupenda kuchiugamu unaweza nipata hali. Assalamu alaikum walaikum salam. Mi upenda M-Pesa pesa pap na M-Shwari. Hasla mbayo pildo kama ndizi. Mi pick and peel uyu boy sini mjuisi. Easy flow cheesy kama tiba. Na ziko on point ka Abdu Badida. Biashara leta pesa weka do kwenye mkeka. Mina leta heka flow natika Professor Christoph ndo anatesa. Kila time weka pressure pima na tape mesha kula Ethiopia na poebesha. Anapenda rose na yesi amba. Ni kama vindio uneza dhani ni mkamba. Biashara ndo miulamba. Tasema nifanya mweupe squeezy ka pamba.
Biashara ne, biashara. Ukinyona hawe niye dige hara. Ukinyona hawe niye dige hara. Ukinyona hawe niye dige hara. Biashara ne, biashara. Biashara ne, biashara. Biashara ne, biashara. Ukinyona hawe niye dige hara.
Pawa Radio. Tune in and power up.
Na na na. Freshy. Na na na. We all need somebody that call me, I will come running. Vako zako za samabane dada zimenibamba zaidi ya wale. Baby I love the way you're going down. Ukicheza katitu tustikilunda. Utapenda nikikuchezea kinanda mama. Nitakulinda kama Wakanda forever. Marcelina, sweet Marcelina, isiyotimina na inachizisha. Tunabaki shingo kupinda kwanza hiyo rinda ikipiririnda. Freshi na ukicheza nitacheza. Freshi na ukisonga nitasonga. Freshi karibia tusakate densi wacha ikuwe kesi. Na 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 na. Niko na wewe, sitowaishu kwa moyo wangu na wewe. Umenipa pendo tangu jadi hadi wa leo. Tumevuka trabo nyingi tukiwa mavileo. Sasa wamefuata penzi letu kwa mitandao. Tumekuwa mfano wanatangaza kwa redio. Penzi letu limepita yote majaribio. Mambo yetu hayahusu ndewe wala sikio yo yo yo. Hata tukikula chapo ndondo, bado love iko moto moto. Maneno tam na matendo bondo. Freshi na ukicheza nitacheza. Freshi na ukisonga nitasonga. Freshi karibia tusakate densi wacha ikuwe kesi. Na 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 na. A superwoman and a wonder woman. Naspia ulipeleka wapi ma woman. Nataka to hunt, to hamerunta. Nataka wewe uko kambasam. Bia mbili troublesome. Toto painting kusota haramu. Anafanya Alejandro anataka bam bam. Lakini uko na tabia
ukwaju plus bajia mitaa Sunday service Lejo Maria freshi na ukicheza nitacheza freshi na ukisonga nitasonga freshi karibia tusakate densi wacha ikuwe kesi na 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 na
See the sun coming. Alejandro had the band. Wanajua ni moto, ni freshi. Karibia tusakate dance.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Wanipigia sishiki, wanitumia ujumbe sijibu. Sijui ni kwa nini, I wish ningekuwa na majibu. I don't want to disappoint you, so I would rather avoid you. But believe me, I feel you, na ni kweli ninajaribu. Lakini moyo wangu huenda du 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 du. Every time I think of me and you, I'm afraid that I am going to love you, then later I am going to lose you. Moyo wangu huenda du 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 du. Every time I think of me and you, I'm afraid that I am going to love you, but I'm gonna try and give a chance Brain goes 100 miles an hour. I think of everything that could go sour. My heart really wants this to work out, and I'm terrified of getting a blackout. Lord forgive me, I have been running away from my true feelings, and it's time to stop being afraid and face my true self. Lakini moyo wangu huenda du du du. Every time I think of me and you, I'm afraid that I am going to love you, then later I am going to lose you. Moyo wangu huenda du 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 du. Every time I think of me and you, I'm afraid that I am going to love you, but I'm gonna try and give a chance try for you. 'Cause I'm gonna try for you. I'm gonna give my love to you.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
So we came to Current Police Station to look for help. We drove right into the station, but those two cars followed us right inside and forced me a white Probox. I was sandwiched between two men in civilian clothes. I was handcuffed and I was assaulted. They were demanding to know why I was resisting arrest. And I told them I was not resisting arrest, I was resisting criminals. I don't know who you are. You have not identified yourselves. And up to now, as far as I am concerned, you are criminals. They drove me down Langata Road, up to near, I think around the turning of Langata South Road, where they stopped, made a few calls. I don't know to who, but I gather they were talking to their superior. I could hear them uttering words about Alpha, Bravo, Sierra. I don't know what those mean. But I heard them mention DIC headquarters. Then after some long conversations, they decided to turn back. We came with them. I was still handcuffed in the car. We stopped here, just across the road here, near the Shell petrol station. That is the time they asked for my ID, and I gave it to them. They looked at it. They said, "You're the Francis Macharia guy?" I said, "Yes." One guy got out, made some phone calls, came back again, asked for my phone number. I refused to give it to him. They had previously asked for my phone also, which I did not have with me because I had left it with my son. After another long telephone conversation, they came back and the guy sitting behind was asked to remove my handcuffs. Then they told me it was a case of mistaken identity.
Yeah, that is Macharia Gaitho, the veteran journalist there, issuing a statement after his apparent mistaken identity, forceful abduction attempt. And this really quite enraged the journalist, right? It has enraged the government. I mean, of course, for those, let me just paint a picture for those that do not know. And today we are talking about press freedom amid the Kenyan protests, the anti-tax protests, the anti-finance bill protests that have been going on. Macharia Gaitho is a veteran journalist. He has an illustrious career that spans 38 years in the media, and he works as a columnist at the Daily Nation paper, and most of his work is really, political and giving a voice to political and governance spaces in Kenya. And so he brushed shoulders with the police while they forcefully abducted him, and then they issued a statement that it was a case of mistaken identity. And of course, we do not buy that story. This is a continued sort of how would I say? It's a continuum. We have seen a couple of times whenever there are political unrest or there's like a political movement or revolutions going on. Of course, journalists do get the tail end of things. They get to be on the receiving end of things because first of all, they are right in the heart or at the heart of where the action is happening. So, for instance, we've just seen that Catherine Wanjeri of Media Max that was shot 3 times, according to reports at Kenyatta Avenue in Nakuru City while she was in the line of her duty. And we also had photojournalist Fabian Muhire of CNN. These are just a few examples of journalists coming under fire while in their line of duty, while they are doing their due diligence to ensure that they are up to speed so that the public can be in the know of whatever is happening. And we also have stipulations. I'll come back and talk about the stipulations within the law as to, this is very unconstitutional. Abductions of the press members is unconstitutional because there are provisions within which we should treat journalists and the media and the press. Same thing. You can use it interchangeably. And so, of course, it's a condemnation. It's a condemnation against everybody who was a part of these attacks. For both the police, because this is their brutality, but also I was listening to Catherine Wanjeri, who fell a victim, because right now she's actually recuperating, and she was saying that she doesn't think it was a mistake of some sort. Like she was stating that she might have been a target for a while, because this is not the first time that she's actually fallen a victim to violence whenever she has to go out and cover a political rally or a protest of some sort, anything that is of this nature. And so the question here really is, one, why put laws that we are not going to follow, and we only follow them when they only suit us? And by us, I mean very specific people within the social stratification, the social what's the word I'm trying to look for? Just generally, why put laws that you're not going to follow? Of course, this is I have to condemn these acts. Yeah, me right here as I'm doing my due diligence, and I'm a part of the media. It's quite irresponsible. It does not reflect well on us, yeah? Because you cannot infringe the rights of someone who's, first of all, they have protection. They've been protected by the law. And also they have been protected by the code of conduct. They are not forceful. They do not come armed. So why attack journalists? It's that thing for why come in between their interview, really, So yeah, today we are looking at the press freedom. And if you have any questions that you would like to send in, do so. And if you have observed anything that we would love to talk about on the Power Morning Drive Show, please do so as well. Let's get into some music, and when I come back, we look at the dictates of the Kenyan Constitution and also some international laws and policy regarding press freedom. Keep it Power Radio.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
I've been faded, I've been naked, in different places, many faces, X-rated, I've been patient, I've been waiting. No other one that's come around can do the things you do. Who keep come around, we smoke a lot, Canadian pot, G's and bomb, catch a wine, dance along, baby, bounce along. Wine and dine, made your mind, it's a clear sign that no other one that's come around can do the things you do. Nobody else can match my energy. Cheesy come my yeah. Cheesy come my yeah. We up all night and still we tryna be busy on the AM. Cheesy come my yeah. Yeah. Cheesy come my yeah.
so complicated. Ukakwama on my mind, your toes zetu zika-align. Moyo ukapiga sign, kisha uka-underline. Only free because you let me be. That's the love I want for me. Long time was so baridi. Can't deny the chemistry. Ukakwama on my mind. Tuka-align. Tuka-piga sign.
Nobody else can match my energy. Cheesy come on, cheesy come on. We up all night and still we tryna be busy on the AM. Cheesy come on, cheesy come on,
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Mapenzi ni bahari lisilo na mwisho. Mapenzi ni moto kwa roho na haichomi.
nimempenda msichana ewa kisonko. Mi humona kwenye ndoto usiku nikiwa geto. Ye huishi Runda, kwetu ni Dandora. Kuna rusho makombo
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Niko na visa, niko kwa simu na nasikia bashi meshika. Je, kuna madem, kuna maniga, maodine wamekuja kuchachisha. Ninajificha, sitaki picha kubabae, sitaki vita, nashikisha na mavela mabichwa, na tukishikwa jo mapel Mona Lisa. Tutoke BND, twende BNB, niko DND, usijam, I will be RB, I will be RB.
Mihadarati zishaanza kunidanganya hadi najishuku sana, zimelipu zimenichanganya napenda vitu si ufanya vile inafaa. Kiritala jumi niko na mado, wenye vipindi na musonge kando, esima tu sama poso chopo, chololo, chololo. Nobody can party like we do. Wamoke girumba ko kwarawe blues, kinena kalingi kipani ya sim. Meditation nyaka bed ni soya design bololo, anebo bololo. So please no, okadwa jo machendo bololo, anebo bololo. So please no, okadwa jo machendo Mihadara zishaanza kunidanganya hadi najishuku sana, zimelipu zimenichanganya napenda vitu si ufanya.
Mihadarati zishaanza kunidanganya hadi najishuku sana, zimelimbu
Mutoto ya Pamela.
I'll be right back. Tell him I'll be woo.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Oh, that is Phenomenal, the Phenomenal Woman, Fenagitu, Okello Max with their song Pogma Matini. And I don't know what that means. If you know what that means, kindly let us know. And it's playing right here on Power Radio. This is the Power Morning Drive Show. I'm your host, Wanyoike. And today we are looking at the recent attack and abductions and violations and intimidation and threats that the Kenyan media has been going through with the notable figures like the veteran journalist Macharia Gaitho being abducted earlier this week. We also have Catherine Wanjeri from Mediamax and Fabian from CNN, some of the journalists that have been under fire when it came to reporting and being on the front line for the protests. Now, as promised earlier, we have Article 34 of the Kenyan Constitution that clearly states the freedom of the press. And I'm going to take you step by step into some of the things that the Article 34 says. So one of them, the clauses, is that freedom and independence of electronic, print, and all other types of media is guaranteed, but does not extend to any expression specified in Article 33. The state shall not, 1, exercise control over or interfere with any person engaged in broadcasting, the production or circulation of any publication, or dissemination of information by any medium, or penalize any person for any opinion or view or the content of any broadcast, publication, or dissemination. I will read that one more time. The state shall not, 1, exercise control over or interfere with any person engaged in broadcasting, the production or circulation of any publication or dissemination of information by any medium, or penalize any person for any opinion or view or the content of any broadcast, publication, or dissemination. Then clause 3, broadcasting and other electronic media have freedom of establishment subject only to licensing procedures that A, are necessary to regulate the airwaves and other forms of signal distribution, and are independent of control by government, political interest or commercial interest. And clause 4, all state-owned media shall be free to determine independently the editorial content of their broadcast or other communications to be impartial, and 3, afford fair opportunity for the presentation of divergent views and dissenting opinions. Then 5, Parliament shall enact legislation that provides for the establishment of a body which shall A, be independent of control by government, political interest, or commercial interest, and B, reflect the interest of all sections of the society, and C, set media standards and regulate compliance with those standards. Now, on Article 33, there's something that goes well, and which is the freedom of expression and some of the provisions there. Because, of course, being in the media, you're expressing yourself. The law states that every person has the right to freedom of expression, which includes freedom to seek, receive, or impart information or ideas, which that is fundamentally the work of the media. The work of the media is to impart information and ideas, and of course they go the extra mile of verifying this information. Then number B, freedom of artistic creativity, and C, academic freedom and freedom of scientific research. Then we have the right to freedom of expression does not extend to propaganda for war, incitement to violence, hate speech, or advocacy of hatred that A, constitutes ethnic incitement, vilification of others, or incitement to cause harm, or number 2, is based on any ground of discrimination specified or contemplated in Article 27. And then lastly, in the exercise of the right to freedom of expression, every person shall respect the rights and reputation of others. And so there are claims that the Kenyan Constitution is the most progressive constitution in the world, and I do not know how true that is, because I've not read the other constitutions of other countries. But if Article 34 is anything to go by, I think that's a pretty well balanced, and it's not, of course, as exhaustive as it could be, but at least it covers the whole scope of the matters that might arise from the media activities, media practice, practitioners, and the boundaries or the bounds within which they are allowed to carry out with their work, with the line of duty that they are called into, and which is creating spaces where people can access information, where the public can access information. And of course, there are measures in the code of conduct, of course, by the Media Council of Kenya, there's a whole code of conduct within which journalists are supposed to work within. And so when you see that a country like Kenya, in the recent protests that are still sort of somehow ongoing, I don't know how true that is, when they are in their line of duty and then they get attacks, and I had mentioned like some of the attacks have been, abductions, like Macharia Gaido was abducted earlier this week, and even in history, we've had so many journalists that have been killed, extrajudicial killings by journalists, especially those that especially those that their work is sort of questioning or challenging the system of governance or the status quo. Some good examples of this would be investigative journalists. But I remember when I was in school studying my journalism degree, my lecturer did tell us that all journalism is investigative. Why? Because before you do any story, whether it's entertainment, whether it's weather news, like you've gone out and sought out that information. And so he was just making light of it, that all journalism investigative. But besides the point, investigative journalists, for example, they have we recently saw the assassination. Should I say the assassination? I think, we could say the assassination of Iranian journalist Khashoggi. This happened, short of 2 years ago, because of some of the work that he had been doing throughout his illustrious career of just like questioning the government and challenging the status quo and the powers that be, And so the mandate of journalists is to inform. The mandate of journalists is to ask the right questions, the questions that not every public member of the public rather is able to do. The work of journalists is to invoke probably a sense of accountability within the government, and how does that play out within the society as well. So the role of the media and the role of the press as it stands is that anything that has to do with churning out information and disseminating information, of course, the bounds within which they do that is the information, first of all, has to be factual. It has to be truthful, so that you don't end up having a society that is full of misinformation, disinformation, and propaganda and being spewed. And so when that right is infringed upon, how is the public supposed to access information? As we've read, the article of the Kenyan Constitution, Article 32, states that the public has the right to access of information. And so if you come and infringe the right, if you come and sort of be obsessed with the freedom of these journalists who are well in their right, number one, and well in their line of duty, number two, you are not only discontinuing the work that they have given themselves to do, but you're also discontinuing the right of the recipient, or the ones who are supposed to be receiving this information. And it is, kudos to journalists. There's so much respect that I can give to the journalists and to the press in a whole, as a whole, because even some of the things that for us to run a country, for instance, for a voter, for instance, yeah, for us to make informed decisions, I can guarantee you that civic education meted through mediums of media and the press have gone a long way in ensuring that the public makes the right decisions and make informed decisions. The media stands in as a bridge, right? It bridges the gaps between what is known and what is not known. And so the media plays a very pivotal role in ensuring that we have a working society, a society that is balanced, a society that is not just making assumptions from the clouds. No, the media comes in and acts as the middleman between, for example, political institutions and the public, the economic institutions and the public, social institutions and the public, right? And so you cannot take away the role of the media. Even if you intimidate the media, how? Even if you discontinue them, the work of the media cannot be stopped by just threats and abductions here and there, or killings here and there. There's nothing that you can do. And so this is a call, like I stand completely with the Media Owners Association statement that they condemned this act. And even me, I as a media practitioner myself, I stand in solidarity with them. And so, that statement that we are not free until all of us are free. We are not free until the media also is free. And even I like that the Kenyan Constitution has given provisions for state-owned media to also be able to air out divergent views, divergent opinions from the government itself, from the state. Because again, for a long time, we've seen that the state-owned media is a tool for propaganda, for sure. It's a propagandist tool, vehicle that the state uses. And not just in Kenya, we've seen this even in other countries, where they put together a media house that is going to massage the ego of the state, that is going to be used as the middleman or the broker of information according to, in support of the state and according to what the state wants its public to know. And of course, that has come under fire for a good while, and for of course, for obvious reasons and for good reasons, because again, as we read in that article, the media should be able to exist independently, and the independence here is not just cosmetic. Like it should not be a cosmetic sort of independence. Like the media should be allowed to act according to whatever it is that is happening in the country. Of course, as long as it's, again, a truthful depiction of the stories, for instance, that are happening and that are going on within the country, nobody has the right to take that away from them. And so press freedom is it's something that we really need to put together all our efforts, our resources in investing in, because I just to even take a short example, I was looking at how the international media houses take in their journalists. For example, when Larry Madowo of CNN was out in the streets, you could see he had his gear on, so that just in case anything should anything happen, he's sorted. Like, he's well protected. He had his helmet on, he had his bulletproof jacket on as well. And of course, there's a sort of there's a sort of reverence that comes with being a part of an international media house like CNN, which is not, sorry to say, the same case for local, media houses and as such. Yeah, so those are some of the things that I have been managing to pick up from the conversation, and today we are talking about press freedom. So let's take a musical break and then we'll come back and conclude on our topic of discussion for today. This is Power Radio.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Now that you're gone away, my heart will always stay. So young and free like we were and we'll always be. Hata wengine wakisema watasema, sababu niko sawa, niko njema. Who's your blessed, no man can test. I let it go, sawa sawa, sawa sawa, sawa sawa. Just let it go, sawa sawa, sawa sawa, sawa sawa. I let it go, sawa sawa, sawa sawa, sawa sawa. Just let it go, sawa sawa, sawa sawa, sawa sawa.
Mambo freshi, staki kesi, kata keki, haraka upesi, sina ubaya, misi teti, kaniguoko, kona jeshi, paper chasing, money making, kali taking, overtaking, kani racing, tuko fao, nipe malkia, staki ashao. Bruce Melody, that'll be my brother, body show you how we flip it, kabado uja discover, tunaleta ka ibada, inya wale wakorada, tusiponge jo baraka, ni mwana mkono wa baba. I'm on a roll, nime chill kama coke body, this is when nimekuwa nikiflow saidi, niko sawa sawa, si wanagawa gawa, omundu strong, rungu pia ni ya power. So here we go, Jini Jo, upo shwari, mambo shwari. So here we go, Jini Jo, from Nairobi to Kigali. So here we go, Jini Jo. 1, 2, 3.
Hata wengine wakisema watasema, sababu niko sawa, niko njema. Who's your blessed, no man can test. I let it go, sawa sawa, sawa sawa, sawa sawa. Just let it go, sawa sawa, sawa sawa, sawa sawa. I let it go, sawa sawa, sawa sawa, sawa sawa. Just let it go, sawa sawa, sawa sawa, sawa sawa.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Kama utanipenda, usinipende ni kama you belong to the streets, no jahama. Mi sitaki kudeal na makarma. Kama utanibeba, usinibebe ufala. Nataka ndoto nzuri nzuri nikilala. Mapenzi Rolls Royce kwa daladala. Oh, Mr. Kishida, Mr. Kibala, I'll be your mister. If you give me your love, usiweke distance, karibia mana. I need someone to love. Forever, amen. Forever, amen. Kama utanipenda ni forever, amen. Forever, amen. Hakuna kuachana ni forever, amen. Forever, amen. Kama utanipenda ni forever, amen. Hakuna kuachana ni forever, amen. Forever, amen. Forever, amen. Forever, forever. Amen. pics, upige food pics. Na uonje food yangu just to annoy me. TikTok challenges ukidance na mi tucheke inside jokes mbele ya umati. Uniulize if you look fat and if you are a warm would I love ya. Nikuringie dance moves zangu mbaya, cause I can't dance so you can love. Nadai kuamka kama mkono imeganda. You hapo ndo ulilala. Lovers wakipiga story ni relate. Forever amen, forever amen. Kama utanipenda ni forever amen, forever amen. Hakuna kuachana ni forever amen, forever amen. Kama utanipenda ni forever amen, hakuna kuachana ni forever amen, forever amen, forever amen, forever, 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 amen, forever, forever, amen, forever, forever, kama utanipenda usinipende ni kama you belong to the streets na ujahama. Mi sitaki kudeal na makarma.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Kwa majina ni Yana. Iane.
Alexis on the beat.
Weka mziki, leo nataka kucheza. Nina mabeshte ndani kwa party, tunataka kucheza. Shida ni mingi, leo nataka kucheza. You know, we just wanna party and enjoy. Leo lazima nyama kwa wingi, ugali kidogo, pombe kwa wingi, cheza kidogo, mapenzi kwa wingi, chuki kidogo, situzitoke mdogo. For the sun fits on us, tujibambe pamoja. For the sun fits on us, tulewe pombe pamoja. It's all about good vibes, and inshallah. Good vibes, and inshallah. Good vibes, and inshallah. It's all about good vibes, and inshallah. Mabeshte ndani kwa gari, kila siku tunapale. Mabeshte ndani kwa gari, kila siku si tunapale.
Holla the man them, holla the girl them. What I want every day we do it for the fun them. Sexy ladies in the party, man about money and you know it's an anthem. Give thanks to the Most High. Every day a blessing you see and we multiply. Bigger picture now your good side. A bigger picture now your good side. Jaba kwa wingi ngoi kidogo, usiogope choma foto. Pigia Cindy, pigia Jojo, leo tunarudi soko. Cause I know you sacrifice, tujibambe pamoja. I know you sacrifice, situchome kimoja.
It's all about good vibes, and inshallah. Good vibes, and inshallah. Good vibes, and inshallah. It's all about good vibes, and inshallah. Mabeshte ndani kwa gari, kila siku tunapare. Nina mabeshte ndani kwa gari, kila siku si tunapare.
Nina mabeshte ndani kwa gari, kila siku tunapare. Nina mabeshte ndani kwa gari, kila siku tunapare.
Good vibes, and inshallah. Good vibes, and inshallah. Good vibes, and inshallah. It's all about good vibes, and inshallah. Mabeshte ndani kwa gari, kila siku tunapare. Mabeshte ndani kwa gari, kila siku si tunapare.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Good vibes and inshallah, Yani is playing right here on Power Radio. This is the Power Morning Drive Show. My name is Wanyoike, officially docking ship. We have cruised nicely from 8 a.m. I brought you the news. I brought you the traffic updates. I brought you the local and international news headlines. And now we are coming towards the end of our discussion on today. And we've been talking about press freedom amid political unrest and protest as well. And we have looked at the various, the various factors that we need to consider in terms of creating more avenues to entrench the boundaries within which the media can be allowed to perform its duties and to stay within their line of duty without any sort of interference. I will pick up this conversation next week with a journalist. Yes, I promised to bring you that. Yes, and we shall get into what can be done more specifically in ensuring that we do not interfere with the press freedom in their line of duty. But that's it. That's the time we had for you today. Thank you so much for everybody who was able to tune in onto the Power Morning Breakfast Show. It's always good to have you guys tuning in. Hata kama kuna baridi, you did take the time to tune in and to listen in and to send in your comments and to like and to share all the things. And so for that, we do not take it for granted. But for me, it's a goodbye. I hope you have yourself an amazing weekend, and I will see you on Monday, same time, same place. I am officially signing out. Keep it Power Radio.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
This party don't stop. This party don't stop. This party don't stop. This party don't stop.
Here we go. See, I'm loving what you do to me, so if it's cool, let me know. We can take it to the VIP because the party don't stop till 3. Meaning you're in the crib all over me. CIBTRIP PER, and we are CAMP to the moolah. We blow this bazooka. It's crazy, baby, how I'm on you like Slim to shit it. Yeah. So let me see your head bob, cause this party don't stop.
Cause tonight, you better bring somebody to the club. To the club. Cause tonight, we calling everybody, so get up. Alright. This party don't stop. Don't stop. This party don't stop. It goes on. This party don't stop. Don't stop. This party don't stop. It goes on and on.
Let me give your body a job, employ a new technique. Work it, rock it like a cradle, in bed I need a free. Wait a minute, let me clarify. The way you maneuver, I can't deny. So scream from the top of your lungs and maybe I'll pacify ya. Take over, my baby, it ain't over. No fat lady, navigate to the floor, make your way. Dilate, give me more A-OK. It ain't fair, the way you're shaking it and moving it, baby. Make them stare. Step up in the building, everybody and go up. Then it's it.
You better bring somebody to the club. To the club. Cause tonight, we calling everybody, so get up. Alright. This party don't stop. Don't stop. This party don't stop. It goes on. This party don't stop. Don't stop. This party don't stop. It goes on and on. So get your hands up.
Get ready to party on the dance floor, jamming till 6 in the morning.
So get your drinks up.
Don't spill on nobody. Hit the bar, get some girls, cause the bottles we poppin'. But I'm a little bit
lovely. So all the ladies look lovely, but can't tell if they ugly. Cause someone get these girls off of me. Meet me by the bar, baby girl, round 3 now. Let's go get some shots. Drink up, cause you know the party don't stop.
Tonight, you better bring somebody to the club. To the club. Cause tonight, we're calling everybody, so get up. Alright. This party don't stop. Don't stop. This party don't stop. It goes on and this party don't stop. Don't stop. This party don't stop. It goes on and on. Don't stop. It goes on and on. Don't stop. It goes on and on.
Pawa Radio. Tune in and power up.